Hello and welcome back to my channel. So today's video we're going to be testing out Temptu's new Hydra foundation, and we're going to find out and see how long it lasts on the skin or how it does throughout the day. So if you're interested in learning on how this makeup holds up on my skin, then please keep on watching.
Alright, so let's get started. So I'm taking shades 7 and 10. Starting with shade 7, I'm going to go ahead and apply my foundation like so. And I'm going to go ahead and do my foundation and conceal with this shade. I'm just going to go ahead and zoom through this process because this is a stress test. There's no need to go through my routine step by step. I just wanted to make sure that you saw that I was using all SB or Temptu makeup for this. Then taking shade 10, I'm going to contour, and to finish off my look I used a mixture of red from the SB adjusters with champagne highlighter for blush and shade pink pearl for highlighter.
Alright, so it is currently 1:38 in the afternoon. Just in case you're curious there, it is 1:38. Yes, I got a late start. Don't judge me, okay? I have 3 kids. Mornings can be a little bit hectic for me all the way through the afternoon. Technically, it doesn't really get like calm until like 2 o'clock in my house, because that's when everybody takes a nap. But beggars can't be choosers. So I will go ahead and check in with you guys throughout the day. I will check in with you in about an hour, and then we'll kind of increase the increments until tonight to see how the foundation held up. So before I leave, I'm going to go ahead and show you a close-up of my skin so you can see a close-up of the foundation, and then I'll see you guys in a bit. Is that close enough for you guys? All right, tuck my hair back. All right, this is my skin. Woo. This is the front. Coverage, no grease. That's what it looks like. And the side. So we'll find out how long this is going to wear. Hey, okay, just checking in. It's been a few hours now since I first applied the Hydra foundation, and right now it looks like my makeup is still intact. The only way to be sure, of course, is to see it in the same lighting that I filmed in this morning, but this is with natural lighting. It seems to be intact. I have a little bit of creasing on the under eye area. I don't normally get that with my other airbrush makeup. And then it seems like there's not much creasing around the nose area. Let's go into sunlight here, make it bright real quick. But this is what it looks like in sunlight. Some creasing, but it doesn't really feel as oily as it normally does. There is oils though coming out, and I do feel like there's a layer of makeup on my skin, unfortunately, but I mean that's to be expected. But yeah, so overall it seems okay. So I will check in with you guys again later on today. Alright, so it's now the end of the day, and as you can see, this makeup did not wear as good as I thought it would. So let's go ahead and zoom you in, and we'll get a close-up of what is happening now on my skin.
Alright, so side view here. Go over to the front view, and as you can see, I'm oily all over my face. Normally it's usually restricted just to my T-zone where I'm oily, but this makeup, I mean, I'm oily everywhere. So I'm not too happy about that. We're going to go ahead and get in a little bit closer now, and I'm going to show you the under eye area. There's a lot of fading going on there. It didn't hold up at all. Around the nose area we have fading. My redness is showing through. Chin, oxidation happening around my mouth area, and of course little spots of oxidation over the rest of my face. My makeup's completely gone on my jawline and mostly on my nose, and as you can see my blemishes are showing through again. The under eye area is just abysmal, so I know never to use this on my under eye again. And then of course my forehead.
So now that you've seen a close-up of my skin, let's go ahead and recap about what time it is right now. Right now it is 11:37 at night, 11:38, excuse me. So it's been a long day, all right? And I have to say, for the most part, my makeup didn't really wear as well as I thought it was gonna wear. I got really super oily only like not even a couple hours into wearing the makeup. So definitely if you have oily skin, it's the same problem that you might have had with SB makeup. You're probably gonna have the same problem with this one. Your skin just can't breathe, and when it can't breathe, the oils start overproduction. Looking at my skin right now, there was a lot of oil production all over my forehead, which usually is just limited to the center here, down the T-zone, cheeks, chin. The makeup did kind of fade around my chin area and of course around my cheeks. And then I also noticed some fading here, and you can see a lot of my spots kind of started peeking through. I noticed there's like this weird like patches of oxidation in some parts on my makeup. I don't know why that happened, but it did. As far as my under eye area, it's just completely done. So if you're gonna wear this makeup, I think even if you don't have super oily skin, if you have like normal combination skin or just normal skin, you definitely need to set the under eye area with a powder. Otherwise it's gonna end up like this, all crazy and all over the place. I mean, it's super dark too, so I mean, and this doesn't happen normally. It's not ever this dark with my other makeup, so I know that there's something going on here with the fading and whatnot, but definitely gonna have to set it with a powder. I know that it did not require that you set your face with a powder, but honestly, if you want to increase the longevity of this makeup, I definitely think you're gonna have to set your face with a powder. So if you're oily, you're gonna need that setting powder, girl. But I did not blot. I did not use a setting powder in the beginning because I just wanted to go ahead and see how the makeup held up on its own, because it was supposed to be a lightweight formula that you didn't have to set. Obviously I've concluded that you do have to set this makeup. As far as the look of it throughout the day was pretty decent, of course, until you started getting toward the end of the day when it started getting super oily. Now I didn't blot because I wanted to see how it would look at the end of the day if I didn't do anything to my skin. Normally with my other makeup, I don't do anything to my skin and it's never this intense. So I mean, that's got to say something about the wear of the foundation. As far as the feel of it, I definitely felt like, not like how I normally feel with my usual makeup. I felt like a little bit like I was wearing a mask, which is common, of course, with silicone-based airbrush makeup. I actually felt a lot like how I feel when I wear drugstore makeup or regular traditional foundation. Like, it's just like this layer, you can feel it on your skin. And then toward the end of the day, when I noticed like I was getting a little bit oily, I mean, my face just felt so greasy. And I know at that point I probably should have blotted, but like I said before, I don't usually blot throughout the day. And I mean, it's not usually this bad. So I mean, overall, for the wear of this makeup, you're probably squeezing a few hours before you have to touch up again. Definitely recommend touching up with this makeup. Overall, I'd have to give this makeup I don't know. I mean, yeah, I'm just not that fond of it at this point, the wear of it. I like the look of it. I mean, the look of it is pretty nice on camera. In person, it definitely looks like you're wearing makeup, but on camera and in pictures, it looks completely natural. It just looks like natural skin, which is pretty amazing. But I'm not on camera all the time, so that in-person look is very important to me, and I'm just not feeling it at this point. So I don't know. Right now I'm going to take some blotting tissue and see if I can get some of this oil off. Now that I got the majority of the oils off my face, I'm going to go ahead and get you up close and personal with this to see how much of the coverage was removed, of course, with the blotting. Come on in. Okay, so now that we're in, see, lost some here. My blush is going away. I think my highlighter is pretty much gone at this point. Contour is still there though. It's kind of patchy. I will say there was no cracking around my nose, but it is faded. There is some redness there that is surfacing. And then as far as my acne spots and hyperpigmentation, they're all coming to life again. So, I mean, and then just get a little bit closer here so you can see. But, okay. Coverage was removed. lots of coverage, patchy spots in the makeup. My redness is back. See all my imperfections. My nose is pretty much bare at this point. There's like patchiness around my eyes, which I hate. And of course there's patchy around my forehead too. So, yeah. So overall with this makeup, I feel like you're gonna have to put in some work to get it to stay on your face and to get it to look as nice as it looked when you first applied it. It's definitely not something that you wouldn't need to touch up throughout the day. You'll definitely have to touch up, especially if you have oily skin. Like I said before, as far as the feel of it, it feels like you're wearing makeup. It's not as light. It is more lightweight than the SB foundation, but I mean, as far as like if you're comparing it to water-based, it's not as light. Coverage-wise, really excellent coverage, buildable. When you first put it on, the coverage does fade throughout the day, so you'll definitely have to keep touching up if you want it to stay optimal. So I recommend probably using like a setting powder or like something that has like a color in it to go ahead and help give you that coverage. Otherwise you end up looking like me with all your imperfections coming out. What else do I have to say about this? Overall, I'm not really feeling the wear on its own. I'll probably have to tweak it a lot if I ever want to wear this again. Definitely not what I would consider a summer foundation, because honestly, like a few hours in, I felt like my face was melting. It's like, there's no other way to say it. I want to put it in nicer terms, but it felt like my face was melting and it started to feel real greasy. And me personally, I did not like the feeling. I felt like I couldn't touch it at all, otherwise I would have rubbed the makeup off. So it does say it's rub resistant, so I'm just going to kind of give it a little rub here. Nice and soft. You can see I'm not being that rough on it. And it doesn't look like, oh no, I do have some on my hands. So let's see how I can show you that I have some on my hands. Yeah. I just swiped my hands on some blotting paper and you can see my fingerprints in it. So, I mean, it's rub resistant, but at the end of the day, you can pretty much rub it off at that point. And it just doesn't stay on the skin. As much as I wanted it to stay on the skin, it just didn't stay on my skin. I felt like it was moving around, and honestly, like for me being on the go, this is just not gonna work for me because I don't really have time to be touching up all day long. And like I said, I got kids and they're touching my face and stuff, so this is just not gonna work for me. Maybe like a night out or where I can get dutied up, this would probably be something I would use. Of course, the routine would take a little bit longer because I'd have to take some extra steps to go ahead and make sure that it stayed on. And then I would definitely have to bring something to touch up with just in case. So blotting sheets, setting powder, setting spray are your best friends with this foundation. So hopefully this video helped you out, gave you a little bit of insight to this foundation. Let me know in the comment section below what you think about this foundation from either this video or if you've tried it yourself. Or even if you know somebody who's tried it, just let me know what their experience was with it. I would love to know. And even if you have any tips or tricks on how to best use the foundation, I'm more than open to discussing and trying things out. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel because I have a whole lot of more goodies coming along, more tests, more looks, more fun with airbrush makeup. So I just want to make sure that you guys are all here to enjoy the fun with me. Don't forget to thumbs up this video if you liked it, and even in the comment section below, leave me any comments on any videos that you would like to see here on my channel. Anyways, thank you so much for watching again, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!